y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenge.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let go 20! Watch the slip!
On first down, Gillespie. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Complete to Washington. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
80 weapon. Slam.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Pick the edge. Come.
On 3rd down, it's Kennedy. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Now,
meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
53, ready.
To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Set, lady. Check, 53, watch us swing.
On first down, it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. Gillespie. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Double right. Check 61. Match box.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now this throw caught left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, 18 Gator. 50. Yes, yes. Smooth.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Look at me, zipper. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, check my 50.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready?
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
On the ready. Hey, dude. Yes.
First and 10 at the 25-yard
Let's go,
line.
Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm coming.
Let's go.
Lock now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
That's right, man. Dude.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go.
They'll run with Samuels. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
50.
To throw on third down. Stafford, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Locke gets this to Hamilton. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? how much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Clock now on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
25, check 25, check 25. Switch it, go.
Throwing on first down is Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Lock. And he's going to go down again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Move off Hawkins.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run.
It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Gillespie.   And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lady! Check back 47. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Now Stafford. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give right side. Gillespie, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Not today.
Throwing on first down. Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Go.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. 11 yards on the pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
First down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Here it comes.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
That's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gillespie. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Stafford going to throw it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play. Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Steelers. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. On first down, Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
That's good for Broncos.
Go to 8-3.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One final try for Locke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, they get back at
Honey, I dash, got it on dash, put on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin their plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge if it's